That's it. 2.9 is out, and we're going to have a look at the drum synth. Akai keeps bringing out update after update, and this one is pretty amazing. It comes with different drum synths. Very special because you can make your music sound really, really unique by creating your own drum sound. So major update. Thank you to Akai for this update. So this is a plugin. Obviously, let's go to a plugin track and tap on the plugin where we can choose the type of plugin we want. And then we have the MPC drum plugins. We have drum synth just for the clap, another one for the crash, the hi-hats, kicks. We have a multi. We'll open that up in a minute. Then we have the percussion, the ride, snare, and the tom. Okay, so we have individual plugins for each of these sounds. Now we can open one by one and show you what they all do individually, but we can actually open them up all at the same time by using the multi. So what the multi does is that you'll have all the drum synths open up inside of one track, inside of one plugin. Okay, so let's select that. The only thing really is that you can only open one of this per project. I'm not sure if this includes the software as well, maybe not, but in standalone mode, you can open up the multi only once, but then you can open up other plugins. So create another track for another kick, create another track for the snare, another track for hi-hat, and so on. Let's open it up. So let's go into Program Edit, and there you go. That's our drum synth. And you can change between the voices that you want. So this one has the kick, the 2 has the snare, 3 the hi-hat. And while I'm showing you these are all the drum synths inside of the update, okay? But they're all inside of the multi-synth. That's the voice for the hi-hat. That's the clap right there. We have tom, the percussion, and then finally we have the crash. As I said, we have 8 drum synths inside of the multi, but we can change the voices in drum synth part 1. We can change it to a snare and have, let's say, drum 2 snare, drum 3 snare. Just create a bunch of snares inside of this multi if you want, if that's what you want. You're not stuck to always using the same voices inside of multi. All of the drum synths look very much alike. You have the voices right there, the type of model of the synth. That's the different voices that you have per drum synth. So in the kick, you have different models or different voices. Snare, the same thing. Then the hi-hats. But let's get back into the kick. Yeah, we have, as I said, we have different voices right here. And then on the side, we have all the parameters that we can use to change the voices. And I have to say, it's pretty amazing what it can do. You can really create a bunch of different sounds. You can use it during a track, or you can use it just to create kicks, create samples, and sample all of these new samples to a pack of your own that you can then later on choose the drum samples that you want to use. Then you have the tuning, where you can change the tune of the sample. The holds, decay, the click sound, noise, and you can change this to your heart's content and find the kick that you really like. Remember, we're just using the model of the 80, and there are other models that you can go through. Again, change the parameters, try to find the things that you like. You have some modulation here as well. You can target one of these parameters on the side from 1 to 8, so 1 to 8, and you can target these parameters by using the velocity. On the side we have transients, distortion, EQ, and compression. Okay, you can turn these things on or off, and that's for the second page of each drum synth. Then you have transients. You have to turn it on to make it work. You got some drive, threshold, high cut, and mix as well for the distortion. Obviously, you have to turn it on. My stuff is peaking right there. And to turn the sound down, you can go into the mixer built inside of the multi. It's only inside of the multi. So if you want to go here, right at the end, you have these two things right here, which are effects in the mixer. Now, this is one of the great things I love about the multi-synth, is that you have a mixer. How cool is that? I wish that that mixer was the one in the channel mixer. Maybe in a future update, we can have that. But yeah, let's get back into the program edit and look at that. You can easily mix in the screen right there. That's pretty cool. So that's the level for the kick. Okay, snare. Then we have the effects as well. We have delay, diffusion, and the reverb. In this case, we have the delay. We can turn on the delay right there. Let's turn on all of these effects. Let's go into the mixer. We have other tabs here that we can tap on. And then we have the transient, distortion, EQ, and compression for the kick, the snare, clap, hi-hat, and so on. If we tap again the effects, then we get into delay, diffusion, and reverb for each of the drum synths. Let's add some reverb to this. Delay. And the diffuser. So that's per synth. Not to forget that then you can add some extra effects on the track itself. So you got the program, you can even add more effects in the program. You got a lot of options to create your own samples in this. Obviously I was using the multi. You can open up just one instance of a drum synth. Let's say you want to open up the snare, select. And if you open up the snare, let's go into the program edit. There we go. It's exactly the same as it is inside of the multi-synth, but here you don't have all the options that you have inside of the multi, including the mixer and the effects. I didn't mention this as well, but if we go back here into the plugin, go into the program edit, and we can play this chromatically. So I think this is pretty cool because you always know the key that you're in. So it's a great way to match the kicks and the snares to the melody that you're creating, and everything is in tune. You have the note right there on the side. It says A flat, G flat, and so on. So it's a really great way to know if your kicks are in tune or not. Obviously, you can do that for the kick as well. I know you guys love kicks and love to play with the tune of the kick. You can do that in here as well. So let me open up a drum synth for the kick. Let's go into the program edit. The chromatic is on. And there you go, playing your kicks chromatically, and you even know what the note is. That's pretty much it for this video. Those are the drum synth voices available from 2.9, and that mixer on the multi is just brilliant. Hope to see that in the future in the channel mixer. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you can share this and like as well. Yes, I have an MPC X. I'll talk more about that in another video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.